Remember Bobbi Althoff? Her career is over now. In just 18 months, Bobbi Althoff went from generating millions of views on every video to having her podcast canceled, her marriage destroyed, and millions of people celebrating the end of her career. Let's get into it. The rise nobody expected. Before Bobbi became the podcaster everyone was talking about, she was just another person trying to make it on TikTok. Her first clip was her dancing with a banana, which unexpectedly got watched nearly 2 million times. Then she moved on to sharing updates about her pregnancy and life as a mom. At a time when everyone was trying to look perfect, Bobbi went the opposite way. She started posting as the bad mom with deadpan humor and self-deprecating jokes. Her most famous early video was a joke about naming her daughter Richard, which viewers couldn't help but fall for. People started calling her the queen of bringing sarcasm back. By the end of 2022, she had over 3 million followers on TikTok, and during 2023, she was making $250,000 to $300,000 per year just from brand deals and the Creator Fund. Despite that, being a viral TikToker wasn't easy. As Bobbi said, every day she was having to go viral, and going viral and staying viral is not easy. She was still posting 10 videos a day, even with 3 million followers, and some of those videos would completely flop. That's when she stumbled across another opportunity. She saw a video of a girl talking about how much she made from her podcast, and Bobbi mentally decided she needed a podcast too. In April 2023, the Really Good podcast launched, and right from the start, it was weird like her deadpan humor. The whole concept was simple: put famous people in uncomfortable situations and see what happens. It was risky, but when it worked, it really worked. In July 2023, her episode with comedian Funny Marco dropped and went viral immediately. People couldn't believe how uncomfortable the whole thing was. The podcast got over 5 million views, while clips of their awkward interactions spread across TikTok. Within days, those snippets had racked up millions of views, with comments saying Marco's humor combined with Bobbi's dryness makes this hilarious. That same month, she interviewed Lil Yachty and even billionaire Mark Cuban, but the big one was Drake. That episode immediately exploded. Bobbi's awkward interaction with Drake drew fans in, as people had never seen such a huge artist put into such a situation. Within 2 weeks, it hit over 10 million views and attracted over 400,000 new subscribers. An interview of this caliber opened many doors, as she could now get any other artist on her podcast. She kept booking massive guests like Shaquille O'Neal and Charlie Puth. In 2024, she even won the iHeart Podcast Award for Best Emerging Podcast. Because of Bobbi's success, people often described her as an industry plant, someone who rises to fame with surprising speed thanks to insider connections, despite having zero talent. And on paper, Bobbi Althoff looked unstoppable. But if you were paying attention, you could see something was wrong. Despite being married, viewers noticed a highly flirtatious side during the podcast with Drake, and Bobbi choosing to interview Drake over attending her daughter's first birthday party was another blow to her reputation. Coincidentally, while Bobbi was having an interview in Drake's bed, her husband was finalizing their divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. He listed their separation date as July 4th, which was around the same time the interview happened. While the couple split in peace, it didn't stop people from speculating that Drake had something to do with it. Rumors about the two having a romantic connection spread like wildfire. It didn't matter what Bobbi posted. Viewers kept speculating, and negative comments flooded every single one of her posts, even reaching her ex-husband's page. She had to post on Instagram showing some of the hostile comments, claiming she spent weekends jumping from famous guy to famous guy. She never slept with someone she interviewed, and was frustrated she couldn't post a single thing without comments about being passed around. Eventually, TMZ revealed the actual reason. Bobbi's skyrocketing fame and her ex-husband's desire to remain private was the main catalyst, and had nothing to do with cheating allegations. But questions remained about how she got the interview and why she was signed to the same talent agency as Drake. The connection between the two wouldn't last long. On August 14th, 2023, Bobbi Althoff and Drake unfollowed each other on Instagram, and she deleted any content from her Drake interview on socials. Even though she couldn't access her most viral interview anymore, she kept her signature style. But before she could rebuild, things got worse. In February 2024, Bobbi woke up trending on X for all the wrong reasons. Deepfake pornographic videos using her face were spreading across the platform. Within 9 hours, one clip hit over 4.5 million views. In response, she She used social media to correct the record, saying it was 100% not her and definitely AI generated. After the deepfake incident, Bobbi continued pushing forward, but it didn't quite turn out the way she hoped. During a podcast episode with Offset, usually it would be the guest put in an uncomfortable situation. But this time, Bobbi was the victim, as Offset took every opportunity to roast her. Clips went viral across social media as viewers finally got to see Bobbi get a taste of her own medicine. This was a clear sign that fans were tired of her interviewing style as her views started falling. The podcast was dying, going from 20 million views per month at the end of 2024 to just barely 6 million views 3 months later. When her podcast started in 2023, episodes were full of positive comments. But fast forward to later episodes, there were a lot of negative comments saying she's the worst interviewer or still trying to figure out how she even got famous. There was even a review article calling it the not-so-really good podcast, saying it doesn't live up to its name and the content is boring. Even Funny Marco began to criticize her podcast, saying he thinks the interviews now feel like she's trying to dunk on people. The style had changed too. What used to be dry, sarcastic banter was now just regular conversation, and all the awkward, quiet moments were cut out in editing. This only made it less entertaining, as it lost the only thing that made the podcast popular. She also started getting ruder in subsequent episodes, and as the podcast grew, so did the sponsorships. Bobbi started adding more ads, which made people feel like they were being sold to instead of entertained. There was one more problem people didn't see coming. The format didn't work live. In late 2024, Bobbi and Funny Marco announced a joint tour. But then Marco published a video detailing the differences that made it impossible to work together. He said Bobbi was stiff and her comedy is not talking a lot. Marco tried to explain why the tour wasn't working, but Bobbi didn't see it that way and took his feedback as a personal attack, firing back aggressively. The failed tour was just another sign of what everyone could see. Bobbi Althoff's podcast era was coming to an end. In July 2025, after months of declining views and increasing backlash, Bobbi announced the podcast was over through a video titled, "This is the Last Episode." She reflected on what it meant to her, but the comment section beamed with positive comments saying this is a good reminder that all bad things do come to an end, and definitely won't miss the 250,000 ads per episode. You'd think ending the podcast would give Bobbi a fresh start, but it didn't. The internet wasn't done with her yet. A few months later, Bobbi started dating basketball player Tyler Hawkins. In November 2025, she posted a simple TikTok video dancing with Tyler, but the comments were full of hate. She broke down in tears after reading comments calling her names and saying mean things. She mentioned how much hate she was getting every single time she posted anything, but nobody in the comments section agreed with comments saying you wanted to be famous and ditched your family. What did you expect? In September 2025, she launched a new podcast called Not This Again with monthly episodes. The first guest was Drake, the one who helped her become the creator we see today, and he was back right when she needed a push. In the episode, viewers finally got the real reason why Drake unfollowed her. It turned out they got into an argument over text before one of his concerts. After they cleared their misunderstanding, both apologized on camera. Drake even defended her publicly against the hate. But just like the first interview, they couldn't stop flirting, which reminded viewers of what happened before, with comments saying, "Isn't this why her husband divorced her in the first place?" The episode racked up over 3 million views, but the same could not be said about subsequent episodes. Compared to her glory days, this was pale in comparison. Aside from launching another podcast, Bobbi also tried acting and participated in a Netflix stand-up comedy special. But the negativity is still there in every comment section.